hottest property in this industry today. Nobody can touch me. The only thing that's real is me. Day in and day out, I am the best in the world. Do I have everybody's attention now?
So, here we are again. WWE Crown Jewel. Oh man, you know, this pay-per-view was a shit fest from the kickoff show until the full show. I mean, let's just be honest here, man. This was a pay-per-view that should never even took place. This was a pay-per-view that shouldn't even came to existence. And the tournament, the World Cup, or the WWE Best in the World Cup should have never even been thought of. It should have never even existed. This pay-per-view was an absolute fail. And you got these people damage controlling as usual, because let's just be honest, we're on the internet, and you got these people who can't handle opinions, who can't take other people's opinions seriously, and they feel like their opinion is way more valuable than yours. But in reality, let's just be honest. We're just people over the internet. Anyway, start of this show was epic fail. End of this show was epic fail. People over here happy. Oh my God, Hulk Hogan came back. Who cares? You know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's what that was. Then you had this World Cup semifinals. What was the point of you bringing back Rey Mysterio? What was the point? Really, what was the point? If Rey Mysterio wasn't going to be in the finals and you had no plans of putting him in the finals, and even just a wild imagination of him winning it, what was the point of bringing him back? What was the point? What was the point? He was better off just, you know, making that one appearance for the biggest Royal Rumble. What was it? Greatest Royal Rumble? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Greatest Royal Rumble. He was better off with that appearance instead of this one, because guess what? He lost. So that was a waste of an appearance. And then you have Shane McMahon win the whole goddamn thing, basically slapping everyone who thought they was really going to win, but they probably knew they was going to lose, and they probably upset. They're probably in their feelings about it, because let's be real. All of this was taking shots at CM Punk. That's all it was. So people are upset that Braun Strowman didn't win the Universal title, and it goes back, the Universal title will not be on Raw anymore. And the reason for that is because Roman Reigns has leukemia, okay? Braun Strowman is not a credible person to hold that Universal title. You like, let's just go back. Let's rewind. Okay? Let's rewind. This is the same guy who was basically had a monster push, who was believable, who was credible, who was basically, you thought was a legit badass. The fact that he picked up stuff, flipped over ambulances and everything else, you're like, oh man, put the belt on this guy ASAP. But when they put him in that elf costume, that was the end. That killed his momentum right there and then. Then on top of that, to add insult to injury, no Alexa Bliss. Then you have him team up with a little kid. That did even more damage. So, of course, the belt was going to go back to Brock Lesnar. Of course. Now, the Universal title will not be on Raw. Because let's be real, the guy that they want to build the company around has leukemia. And all these fake fans claiming they love Roman was the same one talking about him, how he sucked. You know, go look up the videos on YouTube. You can see it for yourself. You know? But at the end of the day, it goes like this. Braun's character was already dead. It was already dead, folks. Nothing but facts. His character was already dead. So, of course, Brock Lesnar won that belt. And not only because he won that belt, it's because of his name. Just like Ronda Rousey is the women's champion. It's because of her name. If these two superstars, Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, didn't have their name, they wouldn't be the champions. Facts. But at the end of the day, Crown Jewel is just another pay-per-view basically burying their talent. Because let's be real, they want superstars. They want to make these megastars, these larger-than-life superstars. But you're jobbing out every last one. You know, there's an old saying that Vince said, grab the brass ring. But when these people try to do that, what you do? Let's look at Damien Sandow. You told these people, get over on your own by any means necessary. So what did Damien Sandow do? He got over with the character, the stunt double. Basically one of the best gimmicks he had since he claimed he was smarter than everybody, which I think that was a good character as well. But he pulled off one of the most crappiest characters and got over. But what did that get him? Buried, forgotten, and released. Good luck in your future endeavors. Same thing with Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news. And the fact that Wade Barrett could have been a star way back in 2010, 2011, when the Nexus was basically running everything. He had the opportunity to become a world champion. Basically buried him. Got buried. Career highlight. He won the King of the Ring. Great. We looking on the up and ups for Wade Barrett. Didn't work out for him, buried him still. It was okay. Give him the bad news Barrett gimmick. Got over on his own. Got over. Reached for that brass ring. Finally got it just like Damien Sandow did. But what did it get him? Buried. And now, fast forward to right now, anyone who tried to be edgy or cool is going to get buried. Point blank period. They're going to get buried. This Samoa Joe and AJ Styles rivalry. What's the point? If you're not going to have Samoa Joe win the belt, quit putting these two together. It's getting boring. You know, it's just like the Shinsuke Nakamura storyline, where you had Nakamura continuously to go after AJ, and the only great highlights of that rivalry is that Nakamura kept kicking AJ Styles in the nuts. That was the only good thing about that rivalry. Samoa Joe, the only good rivalry about that is when he said, Daddy's coming home. And basically tormenting AJ's family. That was the only good thing about that storyline. Other than that, what happened? You need to do something else, WWE. But then again, you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to listen to anyone else. It's all about generating money. It doesn't matter about good storylines or anything else. Just like Crown Jewel and the Best in the World tournament was just to take shots at CM Punk because CM Punk won his case against a WWE doctor. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad about this pay-per-view. Oh, before I close this video out, the whole DX and Brothers of Destruction, I'm cool. I watched all of that back in the 90s, okay? When it was good, when wrestling was actually must-see TV every week, where you had to flip between WCW, ECW, and Monday Night Raw, when it was Monday Night Raw, back in the war zone. Other than that, I'm cool. I have my opinions about this pay-per-view. It should never even existed. And on that note, man, it's been your boy Omega. Omega Gang, bang bang, shooter gang. You already know what it's on.